Coming up, it's monkey business with a Bored Ape NFT drop, on-chain analysis on a knife edge, and we shine a light on Litecoin, our coin of the week. Welcome to We Know Crypto. Hello and welcome to the show. If you like what you see, don't forget to like, give us a comment and subscribe. Joining me this week as John Doe is off on yet another holiday, it's Currency.com's very own Alara Jordan.
Hello, pleasure to be here.
And over in Amsterdam, a digital fashion pioneer and somebody who's going to be making us all look very good in the metaverse. It's Fabricant's co-founder, Adriana Hoppenbrouwer. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Tom. It's nice to be here.
It's great to have you on. Now, are you both ready to get cracking?
Let's do it.
First up this week is the big news that we have potentially the largest NFT drop in history as Yuga Labs, the parent company of Bored Ape Yacht Club, released their NFTs for their Other Side project, which allows land ownership in the metaverse that they are building. This got a lot of headlines and clogged up the Ethereum network. What did you think about this, guys?
Well, of course, it's big news for Yuga Labs. They're on such a momentum at the moment. They raised $450 million last month. They're at a $4 billion dollar valuation at the moment. So I think this is just the beginning of what we're going to see. And Other Side is, of course, a big project for them.
I'm really excited about what these guys are doing. I think they're the front runners in terms of vision and execution. Just the whole idea of the Other Side, having these IPs living in a new universe, in a new kind of social network, 3D, where you own assets, you can build your own environments, is really where I think most of these PFP communities will be moving to. And they are the first runners, and I'm very excited. I bought Ape coins. I can't wait.
Did you bought ApeCoin? Did you get any land?
No, I thought it was
Adriana?
a bit too much for now. I did make profit on the tokens because it went crazy, and I had bought just after the release. So I sold a bit, make the profit, paid back my investment, and I'm still holding. And as the fabricant, we are eyeballing to absolutely eventually build our own world there. We just request our SDK. So we hopefully will be very soon releasing clothes for all the different avatars that will be living in the Other Side.
Very exciting. And there were mixed reactions to the drop with the amount of gas fees that were needed to mint these NFTs being extortionate. There was nearly $180 million worth of gas fees alone, and a fair amount of criticism of Yuga Labs in the way they went about this launch. And I think as well shines a light on not just the approach to NFT launches, but probably also the Ethereum network and its limitations.
No, absolutely. Well. It was a bit messy. Huh? I think changed last minute, and it generated the award that, according to the tech people, was not required if the contract was better designed. So let's put it this way, didn't win the contest of best executed. But I do feel from a vision point of view and from a community engagement, they certainly won the prize.
In other news, Wikipedia are going to stop accepting crypto donations on environmental grounds. Obviously, Ethereum is going to move to proof of stake to fix some of that. But is this surprising to you?
I find it a shame. Really a shame.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, in their statement, they did say that this has been, a 3-month ongoing discussion. But yeah, I agree with Adriana, a bit of a shame here.
Yeah, and there are other cryptocurrencies that are more stable already, right? We built, for example, our entire ecosystem in Flow because it's a more sustainable chain. But besides that, yeah, it missed the opportunity of decentralization, which Wikipedia is all about. And I do feel we did a lot of research, and I personally did a lot of research on the sustainability case for blockchain. And what you do see is that while it is true that it's not the most sustainable, I would say, method right now, Ethereum going on proof of stake is going to significantly improve that. But also when you look at the mining localizations, actually a high percentage use renewable energy for the mining. So it's kind of, it's not that black and white. And I think you need to do a very good research before deciding on it. And I just think from a philosophy point of view, it feels that Wikipedia, which has been very much about decentralization, takes the wrong step here.
Yeah. And in other news, Zcash, the privacy-focused blockchain, this week had one of its original contributors come to light as they doxed themselves in a leak video. Let's have a quick look at that.
My name is Edward Snowden. I participated in the Zcash original ceremony under the pseudonym John Dobberton.
So that was former NSA consultant and notorious whistleblower Edward Snowden, revealing that he was part of the original team or contributors behind Zcash. Adriana, what are your thoughts on
I think
this?
it's brilliant. It's just one of those, additional novels that are going to make books in the blockchain history, right? It just makes all sense to me. Yeah, of course it is.
Yeah,
Absolutely. And then, of course, this is very on brand for Snowden. We know that there are 6 people involved in the creating of this, 5 of which were identified, I believe. So it's interesting what the intention is.
I thought also interesting that Snowden, who so ferociously fights for transparency, ends up contributing to the most private blockchain of all of them.
Yeah, interesting.
Slightly ironic, maybe. Right, those are the main headlines. Let's check out the best of the rest. So time for our contractually obliged mention of Elon Musk. Tesla in the news this week with their latest SEC filing, saying they believe in the long-term future of digital assets. But as always, you never know quite where you stand with Elon, do you? And in another sign of TradFi getting in on the space, Goldman Sachs are now offering Bitcoin-backed loans. Not sure whether you'll have to go in and fill out any paperwork or whether it all gets done online, but we will see. And finally, Mark Zuckerberg has warned Meta shareholders not to expect any return until next decade. He probably should have told investors that at the start of the project, right?
That's a good one.
When I saw the news, I did wonder if it was anything to do with, the first quarter reports. Obviously, their stocks are down. Reporting is down. So I don't know if it's a way to kind of rebuff the news in a way.
Yeah, the first thing that comes to mind is they got such a bad backlash when he announced that they are taking 50% of the creators, right, in the Meta construction. It just made the news. And I think deep down he realized that he messed up so badly that actually his business model is not going to be sustainable. And he doesn't know. I really believe that he is living in a Web 2 paradigm where money comes very easily. And he needs to reorient himself on what it means to be in a Web3 paradigm and what it means for the business model.
So, Adriana, Zuckerberg fan?
No, I wouldn't say I am.
Okay, and that is the news wrapped up and dealt with. And right on cue, let's go on chain. On chain this week is on a knife edge as the market could go either way. First up, we look at Bitcoin and the number of entities that are in profit. This sits at about 70% right now. And in the 2 previous lows through bear markets has dropped to somewhere between 45 and 55%. So will we go back to that level? If we do, the price of Bitcoin would be $33,000. One way to split the Bitcoin network is into short-term holders and long-term holders. And the thing that differentiates them is 155 days. So if you've held your Bitcoin for 155 days or more, you turn into a long-term holder. Now, looking at the short-term holders, the average price they bought Bitcoin for was $46,910. So they're about 17% in the red right now. And we know statistically, they are likely to capitulate if the price keeps going down. However, the big question is this group made up of more institutions and high net worth individuals now than it was previously, and therefore more resistant to price drops? And our last chart we look at is the RVT ratio, which is the realized value cap to transactions on the network. And looking at this, you have to flip your thinking, as the blue line on this graph, when it's going up, is bearish because this is showing us that there are less transactions happening or network usage in relation to realized market cap. And when the blue line is going down, this is bullish because there are more transactions on the network. There is more utility on the network when compared to the realized market cap. And as we can see right now on the right-hand side, we have a lower low when compared to 2021 in the ratio and the start of a downtrend. So if this does continue, this may be positive news and has preceded the price of Bitcoin rising. If you are in doubt, you can always rely on Mr. Saylor to give you confidence though.
Bitcoin represents the dominant digital property network of the 21st century. It's a very simple idea. Take the money you want to give to your grandchildren, convert it to Bitcoin, put it in cold storage and wait. Let the rest of the world do the work, and you'll be the beneficiary of all the intelligent people, no matter where they might be in the world. You'll be the beneficiary of all their work with doing nothing else.
And that was Michael Saylor, the unshakable captain of the good ship Bitcoin. And I don't know about you, but I feel better already. Okay, it's time to find out which coin has been given the highest honor that money can't buy and been named our coin of the week. Our coin of the week this week is Litecoin. One of the first altcoins and a copy of the original Bitcoin source code. Litecoin was there as a light version of Bitcoin, and it was created by Charlie Lee, an ex-Google engineer, and this is how he describes it.
Yeah, well, the simple way to think about it, I always see Bitcoin as digital gold and Litecoin as digital silver. So it's kind of silver to Bitcoin's gold. So if you understand how Bitcoin works very similar to gold in terms of mining and everything, Litecoin works very similar to silver.
So that was Charlie Lee there, the creator of Litecoin. And Litecoin was brought into the world because of concerns over large-scale Bitcoin mining and the fact that Bitcoin was too centrally controlled. Alara, thoughts on Litecoin?
I'm unsure where it stands. I mean, even Charlie Lee himself has advised people to invest in Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies first. So I can't read it. I'm undecided on this one.
And Adriana, what's your take on Litecoin?
Yeah, I joined the undecided, maybe slightly skeptical camp. 10 years ago, the proposition was really interesting because, again, he wanted to do something that would be able to reach more mass adoption and be faster than Bitcoin and cheaper and have a bit bigger utility. But I haven't seen it moved that much. 10 years is a long period in crypto, right? And I would expect if you launched 10 years ago that you would be further in the utility case.
Let's see where it goes. Maybe it can fashion a space as a payments network, and double down on that. But we will see. So thank you very much to both of you, both Alara and Adriana, for all your insight and your opinions. There is more from Adriana in our Crypto God Show. And as we mentioned before, if you like what you see, please do give us a like, comment, and subscribe. That is it from all of us for now. We will see you next time.